there. It's Sunday. You know what that means. It's time for some football. And it's also time for another Social Sports Pad podcast. I'm Ricky, your host. Ben and Justin aren't with me today, so I brought along a couple of friends. I have Tanner, I have Alex, and I have Tim. Let's get to it. Say hello, gentlemen, to the Socialverse.
Hello, Socialverse.
Howdy.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah, muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. It's a wonderful week two of the NFL season. A lot of crazy shenanigans, a lot of stuff that we are covering tonight. We're going to cover each of the games that happened today. We're going to do a preview of the Monday night not really doubleheader, the Monday night dual threat. It's not a triple threat. And then we'll talk about Thursday night between the Steelers and the Browns, both coming off of disappointing losses on that one. All right, so let's start with basically going down the line. We have the wonderful game that happened in Baltimore between Miami and Baltimore. What were your guys' opinions? Let's start with Tanner.
I think that Tua really showed that he was a quarter. He could get get his team out of trouble. I think this was a really big game for him in terms of showing his leadership. And overall, great win by the Dolphins on the road.
All right, let's go to Tim.
I think it was overall impressed me. Lamar Jackson impressed me with Baltimore, but the main side of the game was Jalen Waddle. He impressed me with the touchdowns and stuff. And also, if you want to get a jersey like Jalen Waddle, go Fanatics.com to get Jalen Waddle jersey to represent.
All right. Thank you for that plug for our wonderful affiliate with Fanatics.com. Basically, they are able to take care of all of your, all of your sports needs, football and otherwise. You go there, follow the link in our bio, and, get free shipping and everything because, hey, that stuff's expensive. Got to save some money. All right. Now we'll go to Alex. What was your thoughts on the Miami game?
Well, let's see. Two of my co-hosts, they mentioned Miami, so now it's my turn to mention Baltimore. And Lamar has to stay in Baltimore for them to even have a chance to compete for a championship.
I absolutely agree. I definitely see, I watched this game and basically my thought, Lamar Jackson is absolutely without a doubt one of the premier elite athletes in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you see him as a running back in a quarterback's body or a quarterback with some running abilities. Seriously, the man can do it all. I really saddened that Baltimore pulled an Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl second half. But it was also a credit to Tua. He's going to be scrutinized all year this year about his quarterback play. And really, he showed that when the chips are down, he can bring that team back. He brought him back from 21 in the fourth quarter. That is phenomenal, gentlemen. And I like how just the progression of both of these quarterbacks, where Lamar Jackson isn't just relying on Mark Andrews. He is distributing the ball and distributing the ball well. So I see really great things for both of these teams who I definitely see in the playoffs this year. So going from there to another, kind of shocking game. We're going to Cleveland, where the Cleveland Browns were beat at home by the New York Jets. As anyone who is a fan of this podcast knows, the Jets are one of my top 5 teams in terms of who I think you're going to get the high draft picks this year. So, Jets, thank you for disappointing me this year so far. So basically, we go around the room again. Again, we'll start with Tanner. We'll go to Tim, and we'll go to Alex last. So, kind of give us the skinny, Tanner.
Jets really showed that they're trying to work on their things as a team. I know that they're probably going to get a really high draft pick this year, but Jets fans really don't get that much to celebrate, and I'm happy for them.
All right, and Tim?
I think it was an awesome game. Like, Jets comeback was awesome. Like, both them teams are good. Cleveland Browns has a lot of targets. Brissett has a lot of targets, but I think Jets deserve it. Flacco is going to, maybe after this year after he's going to retire, but he still has the power to bring that team before Wilson returns to the Jets.
All right, and you, Alex?
Let's give a round of applause to the Jets. We saw some despicable things posted on social media, and it was great to see them beat the Browns.
Despicable? Yes. Well, enlighten me on that.
There was a meme. I found it on NFL memes, or the IG NFL memes account.
Okay.
And it was a table. There was a mannequin on the table, and it said, "Happy endings aren't illegal."
Okay, it was in the Deshaun Watson meme, right? I mean, to be fair, we don't really have to talk about the Deshaun Watson for 11 weeks, so we're pretty good. So, I mean, a couple things that I saw from this. I saw kind of an article where it seemed like Joe Flacco was quoted saying that he can beat the Cleveland Browns because he's got more wins in Cleveland than most of the Cleveland Browns do. And I mean, not gonna lie, he showed that he can win in Cleveland.
He guaranteed it.
Yeah, he definitely did, and lived up to that promise. And then I also saw on ESPN, they were talking about how Nick Chubb is now showing that he's an elite running back. Nick Chubb's been an elite running back for the past couple of years. Welcome ESPN to the program when it comes to Nick Chubb. He's definitely a phenomenal running back, one of the keynote pieces in Cleveland. And absolutely, if you have Nick Chubb in your fantasy team, then chef's kiss. All right. Speaking of phenomenal performances, we're going to Detroit now, and I want to talk about Amon-Ra. He's not just a Thundercats villain. He is a man to be feared, ladies and gentlemen, and I am loving how Detroit has somebody that isn't named Barry Sanders and Megatron to cheer for in this season. So I'll let you guys go again, same format style. Starting with Tanner, let's go.
Like you said, Amon-Ra he went off a lot. 9 catches, 116 yards and 2 touchdowns, and we knew that this game was going to be a dumpster fire with the teams that are in there, and good to see Detroit get the win.
All right, and Tim.
I think it was a good game, but I think the real story is about DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift was injury prone during the game, but a lot of people saying he's the new Barry Sanders. So I think DeAndre Swift is going to replace Barry Sanders in the present day of Barry Sanders. DeAndre Swift is going to be like phenomenal running back by the end of the year. He'll be like all-star running back.
All right, and now Alex.
Another wide receiver also balled out, albeit this was more playing catch up in the third quarter. Kurt Samuel did really good. He not as good as last week, but showing that he is WR1.
Yeah, that's a pretty bold assessment. I mean, like seriously, you guys, wow, definitely. I love your bold assessments. And each of yours, saying Kurt Samuel, being a wide receiver one, and for you, Tim, saying that DeAndre Swift is the new Barry Sanders. I mean, like a Detroit man will probably shank you come the next time you go to Detroit, because of you saying, something disparaging about, Barry Sanders, one of the greatest running backs of all time. But it is nice that the Detroit Lions finally have somebody that can run the ball since Barry, because they've had nobody since Barry that can tote the rock. And it's nice to see this team that struggled so hard last year to get the W this week. And I mean, the Redskins, it was like a tale of two halves a little bit, where they came back and put up some points. I mean, it's definitely nice to see, refreshing, and for two teams that, my opinion, don't score a lot to score a bunch. Team that does not score a bunch. We're going to Jacksonville now, where they shut out the Indianapolis Colts. Many people thought that Indianapolis was going to walk away, probably by Thanksgiving, with the AFC South. So let's go around again. Let everybody know your opinion.
Man, the Colts are looking pretty bad. Everybody thought their defense was going to carry them, but they really have not recovered from the loss of Andrew Luck. And the way that Jacksonville kind of just walked all over them is kind of embarrassing for them.
All right, and Tim? Tim. Timmy! All right, something's going on with Tim, so we're going to Alex.
I'm here. You hear me?
Oh, okay, I can hear you now.
Okay,
we
so-
lost Tanner, so
Okay.
Alright.
So when is the last time that
welcome back,
the
Tanner.
Colts when is the last time the Colts beat Jacksonville? Never. So DJ Shark and Allen Robinson improved the game. They deserve it. Like DJ Shark is a phenomenal game. Allen Robinson is like a phenomenal running back. I think it's gonna do phenomenal throughout the season.
All right, and Alex.
Pretty much the Colts repeated what they did last week against my team, the Texans, except this time they just never got it going in the third quarter. And so this is probably going to be, or it's looking to be, a lost year for them again.
All right. I mean, I don't see that. My take on this, with the Indianapolis Colts, is it's definitely a hard opening for them this season. They had two divisional opponents, and I mean, playing Jacksonville on the road. Like, Jacksonville plays in the division hard. So I definitely saw maybe, them losing today. Actually, I think in the little Discord, did I put the Jags over the Colts as my upset in my pick'em?
Probably have to talk to Chris, but I think so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in a Discord chat that I do with So we have a weekly pick where we pick 5 games, 5 winners, one being an upset, and we get points based on that. And I think I picked the Jaguars to beat the Colts. I mean, the Colts, they're definitely, on paper, better than they were last year. With picking up Stephon Gilmore and replacing Wentz with Matt Ryan. But I mean, Jacksonville with James Robinson, they definitely moved the ball. I like the 1-2 punch in Jacksonville of James Robinson and Etienne. And I just, I can't wait to see Jacksonville go back to the roots that they have, which is a strong run game and a good defense. That has been the MO for a successful Jacksonville team since the Mark Brunell years. So there we go. Next we're going to go to the second battle of the undefeateds of the week between the Buccaneers and the Saints, which I think it was until the fourth quarter they were 3-3. So we'll go around and basically work from there. All right. So Tanner.
First of all, Brady kind of looks like he was a little frustrated on the sideline. We had a little bit of a brawl there, and seems that yeah.
Everything good?
Yeah.
All right. Thought you were cutting out again. So let's go to Tim.
I think it was a good matchup. Besides the brawl, Fournette did awesome. Saints did awesome without Kamara. Saints are missing Kamara is a big point, but I think Brady didn't do his best as he did last week. But I think it was over a good matchup between both teams.
All right, Alex. Oh, and welcome Joey to the program. Hello, Joey.
What's up?
Hi, Joey.
Not much, just talking the football. We go with Alex, and then we'll get your thoughts on the Tampa Bay Saints game, and we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, man. Alex. Hello, anybody here?
Knock, knock. The pizza's here.
Well, what? Oh, pizza. All right. It better be good.
Did it have the energy drink to go with it too? Just kidding.
All right. That's weird. Okay. Tanner was like, oh, it seemed like the lobby was full, but no, the lobby's not full. Welcome back, Tanner. All right. So, Alex, New Orleans and Tampa Bay, thoughts?
Yes. Michael Thomas, good day today. I think he's back to full health, which is good for the Saints because they need an outlet, and he will be that outlet.
All right, Joey, your thoughts on Tampa Bay and New Orleans? Just disconnected. So I guess I'll talk about my thoughts. I mean, like I said, this game was 3-3 going into the fourth quarter. A nice action-filled fourth quarter. Apparently, also heard that Tom Brady got involved into a fight. So I'm like, oh man, the guy's getting spry in his old age. I mean, overall, the Tampa Bay defense is absolutely what's going to carry this team. It looks like in the early goings, uh, especially because like Godwin's out. They didn't have Julio Jones. Fournette got ejected. So, like, hey, happens moving forward with them. But I mean, it's also the NFC South, so it's kind of a weak sauce division. So it'll probably be theirs walking. Next we're gonna go to Jersey with the Giants going against Carolina. Brian Dable bringing the Giants to 2-0. Again, yeah, same format. Let's go, Tanner.
I think the Giants are going to. I think the Giants are going to surprise some people now that the Cowboys don't have their firepower. It seemed to me that they're starting to gel together as a team. I think that Daniel Jones did okay, and seems that New York's run game is starting to fire up a little bit.
All right, Tim.
So I think New Zealand's okay, but I think when it comes down to the last minute, I think it's gonna come to the Eagles and Giants. So it's the two top teams who want them more. So to the NFC division, the rest, Redskins and Cowboys, I don't know about them. They're all right, but it's who wants them more between the Giants and the Eagles. So I think Giants is throwing a little bit effort, but we'll see how the Eagles do tomorrow. So okay,
Yeah. Good. All right, Alex. Alex, can you hear me? I know we're having a lot of connection issues right now with this podcast. We're dropping in and out. So, audience, bear with us. Thank you so much for your guys' patience. Servers are definitely low, I guess, on energy. And, speaking of which, if you are, feeling down in energy wise, feeling that, 10 o'clock dull slog at any time, our affiliate W Energy, the link is in the bio. Click on them and then browse some of their products. Help pick up that get up and go and take care of business. So Alex, are you back?
Yes.
All right, cool. So Carolina and New York, go ahead.
Thankfully, Carolina has a world-class running back in Christian McCaffrey. Got 102 yards on the ground from 15 touches, plus a couple catches. The only thing is no touchdowns, but should he have scored, they would have won the game. But they're losing in close games, so I should see them winning in these coming weeks.
All right, Joey, you got anything to add?
I didn't even watch this game. So when you guys were talking about it, I just looked up this. I looked up the fact that the Giants won, and I'm surprised. Geez, Louise. I don't think anybody expected them to be 1-0, at least of all 2-0. So you know what? If they really can even get 3 straight wins, I think Brian DeBall's job is going to be safe.
I mean, for a guy's first year, yeah, definitely the job should be safe. I think a lot with these new head coaches, they should get 3 years. Because I mean, the first year is always kind of the rougher patch. Then you get kind of some energy with your quarterback and everything like that, and basically roll from there. I didn't watch this game either. I mean, To me, it didn't really have any interest in it. Not gonna lie. The Giants, the Giants and the Panthers. I mean, save for Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore on Carolina, and maybe to see if Saquon would continue his reemergence campaign, which he did pretty well, 72 yards on the ground. But yeah, like I definitely will just say kudos on Brian Daboll for starting off on a good note for the New York Giants. I know Baker's probably frustrated in Carolina, too rough, losses within a score. But hey, he'll definitely rebound, definitely as, long as, things are going from there. Speaking of rebounds, we're going to go to Pittsburgh and we're going to talk about the New England Patriots beating Mr. Biscuits, Mr. Mitchell Trubisky, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, let's start with Tanner.
This was actually I actually picked the Steelers as my upset in pick'ems. I didn't think that Mac Jones and the Patriots offense was gonna overtake the Steeler defense even without TJ Watt. Patriots surprised me, even though it was a 3-point victory. And yeah, Pittsburgh is gonna be missing TJ Watt here for a while.
All right, and Tim?
It's a good game. Like, it's especially like after like Patriots are bouncing back from like Miami, the big loss, but they bounced back today. Jacoby Myers stepped up for the Patriots, and they have a good running back. Mac Jones, they struggled at the beginning, but they with the momentum to like win that game against Steelers. Trubisky, I don't think he has his best game like last week where he had a good game. I think he just went downhill a little bit this week.
Okay. And Alex? All right. Joey, you got anything on Pittsburgh and New England?
Unfortunately, I don't. However, I will say the parts of the game I did see, Mac Jones looked like a rookie still. I mean, I don't know what they're doing to him that's making it this way, but he looked like a rookie. And
Okay.
It's a second year, so things should be better. But I'd say that Jerry scratched out a win there.
All right. Alex, you back?
Yes, can you hear me? Yes.
Yep. Okay, cool. All right. So Pittsburgh and New England, what you got?
Yeah, I'm waiting on them to start Kenny Pickett.
All right. I mean, like Pittsburgh, they just need an okay quarterback. Not gonna lie. Just feed it to Harris. I mean, Harris was injured. They were also missing TJ Watt. There were a bunch of other defensive injuries. Yeah, to Pittsburgh. When I picked my teams, I did pick the Steelers over the Patriots. I'd heard the reports of Mac Jones is back, so I was thinking, it was kind of like Brokeback Mac. And I thought definitely the offense was going to struggle. I almost was expecting a Brian Hoyer sighting. Be like, man, he still plays football. But, hey, but, it was, not good to see New England bounce back. New England, why? You frustrate me all the time being a Bills fan. Like seriously, yeah, I hate you. But hey, way to pull out the victory in Pittsburgh. On the road. Good job, guys. Gonna go from Pittsburgh to LA. We're gonna go with the Rams almost giving the game to the Falcons, almost pulling an Atlanta Falcons for the Atlanta Falcons. All right, so Tanner, what you got?
Man, Falcons, you had a perfect opportunity to excise some demons, and you choked it. Good comeback by LA, and for Matthew Stafford.
Yep, nice little bounce back. Tim, what you got?
I agree with Tanner. It's a good comeback from the last week when they got destroyed by the Titans, but also like Cam Akers, the running back, stepped up his game. Last week he scored nil. This week he scored phenomenal. Him and Henderson. But the main star of the game was Cooper Cup. The number one target that Stafford throws. So it's like that's the main star running through the game. So
Okay, you're good, man. All right, Alex.
28-3. My gosh, they love that number. But another thing is, why don't they pass it more to Kyle Pitts? I hear he's a world-class tight end, but we didn't see that today.
I mean, that is a good point. Joey, you got anything to add?
Here, before I do, let me just take a bite of my food real quick.
Oh no, he Atlanta Falcons himself.
Oh, sorry guys, I just choked my opinion. I'm sorry.
Now, were you having a bowl? I know you said a sandwich, but you definitely know Atlanta likes to choke around bowls.
Well, so
So
does
there you
Colorado.
go. All right. So anything else you got to add other than the wonderful choke thing, or you need Heimlich? Yeah. Hey.
No, no. Just yeah, they really should use their world-class tight end more.
I mean, it seemed like they're changing a little bit. Mariota, I even think like back when he was in like Tennessee, he didn't utilize his tight ends a lot. I know he had Delaney Walker, and did well with him, but definitely see him more try to like push everything upfield, type of quarterback play with him. And I mean, like seriously, Pitts had kind of a tough assignment. He had Bobby Wagner probably covering him all day, so definitely hard to get anything going to him from that. With the Rams, it was nice to see a Cam Akers and Allen Robinson sighting. Allen Robinson getting a touchdown today. And I mean, as long as Cooper Kupp stays healthy, he is going to get the ball. He is going to get the ball often, and he is going to score some points. So if you drafted him in the first round, like I did in a couple of my fantasy leagues, very nice. Pat yourself on the back. Which totally did there. So from LA, we're going just a little bit up north. We're going to San Francisco, and we are going to talk about the story of the week, which is the return of Jimmy G. All right. So, Alex, do you want to take reins on this one?
Well, we've seen in the past they've done good with Jimmy, so they should repeat the season like they did last year, make it to the playoffs at least with him.
Yeah. It's not a bad prediction right there. All right. So Tim, what you got?
So I have a question. Who won between this game, the officials or San Fran? Because I swear I'm a Seahawks fan, but like they missed a lot of calls against San Fran on the like punch into the face to kind of get the ball and everything. But it's like Jimmy G is good, but like the offense could have he just slowed down a lot, like because Seahawks won against Broncos, but they just went down a lot. maybe they're gonna bounce back next week against their opponent. So
Yeah, maybe. Alex, what you got?
Oh, again?
Yeah. Oh, we went from Tim to Oh wait, Snap! I gave you first, didn't I? Miss Tanner, man, my bad.
RP Trey Lance. And good on Jimmy G on getting the win today.
All right, yep. Joey, what you got to say?
In the arms of the angels.
Oh no, he pulled out Sarah McLachlan. No.
Yeah, it sucks to see an injury in such a young quarterback who barely even got a chance. Now we got to see the hottest quarterback in the league, obviously, and no one disagrees with this.
I mean, yeah, hey, no Romo, right?
No, but seriously though, Jimmy G played really good for a backup quarterback because you can't consider him a starter until he starts next week. So he, as a backup, he played pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, no problem there. I mean, gentlemen, basically, if you got a drink in your hand, please pour one out for Trey Lance. Wish him well. It is tough for any quarterback or any player, especially when they're young, to sustain an injury, especially of their legs. Wish him the best on his recovery. I mean, I know the 49ers, they have had good things with Jimmy G in the past. It's nice to see Seattle, come down to earth a little bit. But basically that's all I have to say about that. Let's kind of pick this up a little bit. We got 4 games to go. Let's go Dallas and Cincy. Anything, Alex?
Cincy failed us again. This time losing to the backup. So I don't know if they're going to make it to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, probably not. Super Bowl loser generally doesn't do that well the year after. Tim, what you got?
I think Cooper, the backup quarterback for the Cowboys, did a phenomenal job. Even though they had missing like a lot of people, he did a phenomenal job as a backup quarterback. So yeah, I think his game is gonna be good for the next couple of games until Prescott come back.
All right, and Tanner.
The Bengals offense should have done more, and good on the Cowboys getting the win, even though if it was on a game-winning field goal with 3 seconds left.
Yeah, not wrong there. I mean, way to go, Dallas. Basically, everybody was like, good season, including me, to the Cowboys. But everybody out there in Radioland, there is one name I need you guys to look and see if he is available in your fantasy league. And go ahead and pick him up, especially while Rush is the quarterback in Dallas. And that name is Noah Brown. He had a phenomenal first quarter and definitely was instrumental in helping move the ball in Dallas. So good on him. He's definitely my pickup of the week in terms of fantasy. Because I definitely expect some big things out of this young man. Let's go to Denver. What do you see? What do you see, Tanner? From Denver winning 16-9 against Houston.
Russ, he had a nice rebound win, and Texans, we all knew that they were not going to be the best this year. Sorry, Alex. But yeah.
All right, Tim, what you got?
So everybody says Russell's style. Where does he show the style? He lost to his own team. When is he gonna show that style, that 90 whatever that max contract he did? Maybe he's gonna take like week 10, maybe. Yeah. Like he didn't show me nothing that he wanted to be a star quarterback for Broncos. Like he struggled this week a little bit. Last week he struggled in Seahawks defense. But when he's gonna be a star quarterback where he was before.
Yeah, maybe we shall see. Alex, what you got?
The defense did pretty well to hold out to at least the fourth quarter, but man, we did not do anything on offense. So looking forward to drafting either CJ Stroud or Bryce Young in the draft. Oh, and also Denver may have a coach as a hack of a coach. Because
I
my
mean-
gosh, the decisions he made were out of this world.
Totally understandable. But yeah, I mean, Houston, one of my top 5 draft pick teams this upcoming year, did their job admirably. Thank you, Houston, for texting it up.
Hey, I'm here. I gotta talk about Denver real quick.
Oh boy.
All right, what you got, Joey?
Talk about your coach, Blood.
Just
Oh,
so everybody knows, I was at this game.
Witness.
So it got to a point where we were booing our own team because we were all so pissed at Hackett because he was not like when we were about to kick that field goal, and then we got that penalty, which pushed us back from 54 to a 59.
That was in the
Why did
second
you
quarter.
not kick the fucking field goal? Pardon my language. I'm sorry. No, but you need to, like, you're gonna kick a 64-yarder to try and win the game in Seattle, but you're too scared to go up by 3 points, or at least
In
tie
Mile High.
in Mile High with a 54-yard kicker, with a 54-yard or a 59-year-old kick. When McManus that can make that because he's made a 59-yard field goal before in his career, like it got. I don't know if you heard it or if you paid attention to the announcer saying it, but yes, we were after the 2 delay of game penalties. We were at the fans. The whole stadium was chanting, was counting down the numbers. So it'd go
I saw that in the fourth quarter.
It'd go 15, 14, 13, 12. And as it got down, it would get 5, 4. Like it would get louder
And then
and
they would
louder
snap.
and louder.
I mean, sounds like definitely the home crowd is loving their coach there.
And
right.
and
So
and one last thing, Hackett needs to get better at his job, or else he's going to be fired by the end of the season. Because Bronco
Yep.
fans will not have another Fangio situation. Because if we have a non-winning record or
without a winning record in Denver, they riot.
Uh,
All right.
Especially with the personnel they have.
Joey, are the Broncos going 12-5?
All right, let's go to Vegas. The Cardinals basically pulling this one out in overtime. Let's go quick. Tanner, what you got?
Kyler Murray, great job.
All right, Tim.
Josh Jacobs finally stepped up his game this week, actually, as a star for the Raiders, but Kyler Murray deserved it.
Alex, what you got?
Great job on the Cardinals, but man, what is it with teams just not putting their foot on the throat? They need to get better.
Yeah, you notice that. Like it almost seems like they try to go in the cruise control after going up by a couple of scores instead of doing what New England used to do and just like, oh yeah, you want some more? Yeah, call me daddy. There you go. That's what New England used to do. Now everybody's like, oh yeah, let's get everybody back into this one. And Hunter Renfrow pretty much giving the game away.
Twice.
Yeah. But that's all I got to say about that. Going to the Sunday night game, Green Bay versus Chicago. What everybody got quickly on these?
Aaron Rodgers looked much better. He looked more and like you said, he owns the Bears.
Yeah, Alex.
Man, the Bears tried their best to stage like a late comeback, but apparently he didn't cross the plane, even though it looked like he did. But we'll never know.
Right, Tanner.
I already went.
I mean, Tim.
I thought I heard Tim instead of Tanner. My bad. My
Well,
bad.
we can't figure out the side of the show. Just kidding. So I think Aaron Jones is a phenomenal game, but what's happening to Fields? You know, Fields is supposed to be an awesome quarter. What's happening with him? Another star. He's not showing nothing, but Aaron Jones, I think, was the star of the game for tonight.
I mean, in response to your Justin Fields analogy, who does he really have to throw to? They haven't really built anything around Justin Fields
Matt?
yet.
Just Darnell Mooney.
Head in. What's head in? Yeah, no, he has to get Komet involved in the game too.
Komet, come on.
Oh yeah, and Komet.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, for me watching the game, like, the Bears were able to run down Green Bay's throats, and like for a stretch they stopped running the ball, and that led to their ineptitude, which gave Green Bay the win because they couldn't stop anything. Another thing that with this, Aaron Rodgers, was nice to kind of like come back, his problems with his wide receivers. I mean, it didn't show he had a whole lot of chemistry still with them, but Green Bay didn't need it to win the game as they ran, as they leaned on the run. They leaned on their workhorses, Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. All right, so that is all the games that played today. Nice little preview. Tennessee and Buffalo. Kind of quickly, just one thing you expect, and who do you think is going to win? Tennessee and Buffalo. We'll go with Tanner first.
I think the Bills are going to win with their D, and I think they're going to be able to contain Derrick Henry.
All right, Tim.
I think Bills gonna win, and Stephon Diggs gonna get more time because Gabriel Davis is hurt right now. So
yeah, I'm hoping he plays because he's on my fantasy team, but I picked up Mackenzie to back up on that. Alex, what you got?
I expect the Bills to win, but I am hoping for a close game, more back and forth, and not a blown lead.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see if a lead is over 10 points, that it stays over 10 points. I am rooting for the Bills to win because I'm a Bills fan. I also expect to see 200-yard receivers on the Bills and Derrick Henry going for 150 and 2 touchdowns.
Oh, and don't forget Josh, going on the ground and through the air.
Yeah, I mean, he might go 100 yards on the ground. All right, so Philly and Minnesota. One thing you expect to see, and who do you expect to win?
I'm hoping the Vikings are going to win. It's my team's goal. And I'm hoping that Kirk Cousins is going to be able to pick apart the Eagles' defense.
All right, Tim, what you got?
I think it's gonna be a tight game because Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown are like good chemistry together, but Jefferson and Cousins, I think Eagles could take the game above the Vikings because the way the chemistry between Hurts and Brown are gonna like probably throw the game above the Vikings a little bit edge.
All right, Alex, what you got?
I picked the Eagles, and I want to go with a Houston area native, Jalen Hurts. I want him to score 2 touchdowns, either one on the ground and then one in the air to either Brown or another one of the receivers, and just to ball out against the Vikings.
All right, so I I don't know what the over-under is, but if I'm a betting man, I am taking the over on this game. I expect zero defense at all from either of these guys because of how good the quarterback and receivers are for both teams. But I give the edge to the Vikings because of Dalvin Cook. I definitely see his involvement being the scale tipper for the Vikings over the Eagles. And to end week 2. And finally, we're going to preview the week 3 matchup of Pittsburgh and Cleveland. They're both 1-1, both coming off of disappointing losses. So give me one thing you expect and your winner from this game. Tanner?
I think I still have faith in the Steelers D. I think they're going to be able to beat the Browns.
Tim?
I think Steelers will win with Pat Freiermuth and Deontay Johnson, and then I think Cleveland Browns are going to choke, like the Falcons probably.
All right, Alex.
I don't like saying this, but I probably believe this will be a bounce back win for the Browns, especially against a division rival. We saw Amari Cooper do good today, as well as Nick Chubb. We should see that do that on Thursday.
And me, I expect all-time football. I expect both of these teams to just run it down each other's throats. As I believe I mentioned in the first episode of this podcast, I totally believe that the AFC North needs to trade Cincinnati with Jacksonville, and these games, they should not be allowed to pass. Just let them beat the snot out of each other by running the ball down each other's throats. On that note, I see the Browns winning based on Harris not being 100%, and Cleveland Browns having a wonderful running back in Nick Chubb and a wonderful kicker in Kareem Hunt. My bad, a running back in Kareem Hunt. So that is it for our show this week. Thank you so much, Tanner, Alex, and Tim, and Joey for coming in and helping me make this episode possible. Thank you, our loyal listeners, for continuing to listen to us week after week. We continue to do better. And try to please remember to send feedback, leave a review, follow us on wherever you are listening to this podcast from, so that we can know that we're doing a good job and get better every time. And thank you guys for being being my guests, helping me out with this, because I definitely cannot do this alone. So thank you so much. And on that note, everybody, have a wonderful week and always have a good season.